Hello friends, now in this lecture we'll continue with the surface area and volume of cone. So here is the very first question taking from page 834, example number 13. Question is, a cone of height, a cone of height 24 centimeter has a curved surface area has a curved surface area 550 centimeters square. 550 centimeters square. Find its volume. Find its volume. Okay, so over here it is given that there is a cone with height 24 centimeter and curved surface area is given. We have to find its volume. Okay, so we know to get the volume we must have its radius and height. Okay, so let us see how to find this. See, we have curved surface area CSA of cone is equal to 550. According to formula, it is pi RL is equal to 550. Pi is 22 upon 7. R is not given. L is also not given. So this RL is equal to 550. Now here R into L is equal to 550 into 7 upon 22. So R into L. Now here 11 2s are 11 5s are 2 25s are. So RL is equal to 25 into 7. Now after that, now we have a relation between radius, height and the slant height. We use that to solve it further. So think for a while that how you solve this. Okay, so now we have L square is equal to R square plus H square. Okay, L square is equal to R square plus H square. Okay, so now here height is given, height is 24. So L square is equal to R square plus 24 square. So L square is equal to R square plus 576. Square of H 24 is 576. Okay, so now if I put this value of L, if I obtain the value of L from here and I put in this, I can get an equation into R and H. So now let it be first. So now from first we have RL is equal to 25 into 7. 25 multiplied by 7. See, here the value of L square is given. Here we have L. So now I will square on both sides so that um, I can get L square, and then simply I can replace this value of L square over here. So here R square, at the place of L square I can keep R square plus 576, and over here I have 625 multiplied by 14. So this gives you R raised to 4 plus 576 R square minus 625 multiplied by 49 is equal to 0. Now this won't fix a quadratic equation, but definitely we can convert this in the form of quadratic equation. Say R square is equal to X. Okay, so this will become, see here I can write this plus 576 R square minus 625 into 49. Okay, so now I can write X square plus 576x minus 625 into 49. Let R square is equal to X. Okay, so now this is exactly a quadratic equation which we can solve by splitting the middle term. Okay, so let us see how to get the value of x and then how to get the value of r from this. So this can be written as x square plus or minus 625 r square, sorry, plus 625 r square minus 49 r square. 625x minus 49x minus 625 into 49 is equal to 0. Okay, from these two I can take x common, so x plus 625. From these two I can take minus 49 common, so again x plus 625 is equal to 0. Now from these two I can take x plus 625 common into x minus 49 is equal to 0. Therefore x plus 625 is equal to 0, or x minus 49 is equal to 0. Therefore x equal to minus 625 or x is equal to 49. Now x is actually r square. Therefore r square is equal to minus 625 or r square is equal to 49. Now square cannot be negative. Therefore now square cannot be negative. Therefore x square is equal to 49. Therefore x is equal to 7 centimeter. So here, sorry, not x, actually r. Therefore r is equal to 7. So here we got the value of r. Now if you put this value of r either here or here, I will get the value of L, because see, I have to find the volume. Okay, I need to find the volume, so no need to find the L only. Okay, volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. For that we need r and h. H is already given, r is 7. So note it down up to this point, then you will see how to get the volume. Okay, so now we'll find the volume. Okay, now volume is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. Therefore volume is equal to 1 upon 3, pi is 22 upon 7, r is 7, 7, and h is 24. Okay, so this 7 and 7 we can cancel, this 3 8s are, so ultimately volume is 22 into 22 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 8. So volume is equal to 154 into 8. So ultimately 1232 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of the cone given in the question. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question from page number 835, example number 15. Find the volume, find the volume of the largest right circular of the largest right circular cone that can be cut out, that can be cut out of a cube, of a cube of edge 9 centimeter. Okay, so we have to find the volume of a cone that can be cut out from a cube. So suppose this is the cube, and also we have to find the volume of such a cube that is largest that can be cut out from the cube. Okay, so for a cube to be the largest, its circumference, that means the circular part, should touch all the four sides of the top of the cube. In this way, the cube must be there. Okay, that means diameter of the cone must be equal to the edge of the cube, as well as height of the cone must be equal to the edge of the cube. Okay, so here let us see its solution. For the largest cone that can be cut out from a cube, diameter and height of cone must be equal to the edge of the cube. Okay, therefore diameter of cone is equal to 9 by 2. Therefore, diameter is equal to 9. Therefore, R is equal to 9 by 2 centimeter. Okay, edge of cube is 9, diameter is 9, so radius will be 9 by 2. And h is equal to 9 centimeter. Now we have to find the volume. So now volume is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay, so 1 by 3 pi 3.14, radius is 9 by 2, and height is 9. Okay, so we can cancel this, 3 3s are 9. So answer will be 3.14 multiplied by 27 multiplied by 9 divided by 4. Okay, so multiply this to get the final answer. Okay, this will be this much centimeter cube. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question. From page number 835, question number 16. A cylinder is within the cube. A cylinder is within the cube, touching all the vertical faces. Touching all the vertical faces. A cone is inside the cylinder. A cone is inside the cylinder. A cone is inside the cylinder. If their heights are same with the same base, if their heights are same with the same base, find the ratio of their volumes. Find the ratio of their volumes. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. It is given there is a cylinder which is within the cube. Okay, so if I draw its diagram, it looks something like this. There is a cube and there is a cylinder within this. There is a cube and there is a cylinder within this. That means, and it is also given that touches all its faces. So it will look something like this. Okay, this is the cylinder. Now further it is given there is a cone which is inside the cylinder. That means this will be the cone, we can say, in this way. Now what we have to find, we have to find the ratio of their volumes. Now first of all, if I say the edge of the cube is A, okay, so as the edge of the cube is A, definitely height of the cylinder will be A. Okay, height of the cylinder will be A and the diameter of the cylinder will be A. Similarly, height of the cone will be A as well as height of the diameter of the cone will be A. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. Suppose the edge of cube is A, therefore height and diameter of cylinder and cone will be A. Therefore I can say R is equal to A by 2 and H is equal to A. Now we have to find the volume of cone is to volume of cylinder is to volume of volume of cube is to volume of cone is to volume of cylinder. Okay, so now volume of cube is to volume of cylinder is to volume of cone. Now first of all we'll put the formula, that is A cube is 2. Now volume of cylinder is pi r square h is to 1 by 3 pi r cube. 1 by 3 pi r square h, not pi r cube. 1 by 3 pi r square h. Here I kept the formulas. Now A cube is 2. Now pi is 22 upon 7. Radius is A by 2. So A square by 4. Height is A. Over here again 1 by 3 22 upon 7 a square into a. Okay, so a square by 4. Here again it will be a square by 4 into a. So here I can say I have a cube is 2, a cube multiplied by, here I can cancel this 2, 11. So is equal to 11 upon 14. A cube 11 upon 14. Over here I will get a cube into 11 upon 42. So now if I multiply throughout by 42, so this 14 and 42 will cancel out and I will get the required ratio. Therefore, now 42 a cube is 2, 42 into a cube into 11 upon 14 is 242 a cube 11 upon 42. So here I will get 42 a cube is 2, 33 a cube is 2, 11 a cube. So ultimately final answer is 42 is 2, 33 is 2, 11. This is the ratio of the volumes of the cube, cylinder and cone. So please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now next question from page number 836, example number 17. Question is a conical tent is to a conical tent is to accommodate 15 persons. Each person must have each person must have 4 meter square of the space on the ground, of the space on the ground, and 20 centimeter cube of air and 20 centimeter cube of air to breathe. Find the height of the cone. Find the height of the cone. Okay, so over here it is given that tent can accommodate this much person and this much uh, amount of air is required for each one. So if I see for 1% 20 centimeter cube air is required. So for 15 whatever is required will be the volume of the tent. Now it is also given that each person needs 4 meter square space on the ground. So if I multiply 4 and 15 for 1% area of ground required is 4. So for 15% it is 15 multiplied 4. That means area of the base in that way we will get. So let us see. Suppose radius of the cone is r and its height is h. Now each person requires 4 meter square of space on the ground. Therefore area of base of cone is equal to 4 multiplied by 15. Therefore pi r square is equal to 60 centimeter square. Now each person needs 20 centimeter cube of air to breathe. Therefore volume of cone, that is volume of air in the cone, that is volume of cone is equal to 20 multiplied by 15. Therefore 1 by 3 pi r square h is equal to 300. Now here pi r square is 60. Okay, so if I solve this further I will get the value of h. Therefore 1 by 3 into 60 into h is equal to 300. Therefore I can say h into 20 is equal to 300. Therefore h is equal to 300 upon 20, that is 15. So h is equal to 15 centimeter. That means height of the cone is 15 centimeter. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, so this is the next question from page number 837, example 19. A right triangle ABC with sides 5, 12 and 13. Okay, this is the right triangle with sides 5, 12 and 13. 5, 12 and 13 uh, is revolved about the side 12 centimeter. Is revolved about the side 12 centimeter. Find the volume of the solid so formed. Okay, revolve around side. That means if I take this end and rotate in this way, this remains as it is, and this point will come here, and therein it will rotate. So you will get something like this. You will get a figure something like this. That means we can say we'll get a solid cone with radius 5 and height 12. So what we have to do, we have to find the volume of the solid so formed. Now further it is written, if the triangle ABC is revolved about the side 5 centimeter, then again you have to find the volume, and finally you have to find the ratio of the volume of those two solids. Okay, so let us see how to find its solution. So see, first of all, this is the triangle of radius, sorry, of sides. This is 12 centimeter, this is 5 centimeter. So we'll get a cone something like this in this way. Okay, let us say this triangle is ABC. So here we do write, when when triangle ABC is revolved about about um, about the side about the side AB equal to 12 centimeter, then we get we get a we get a cone with radius equal to AB is equal to R is equal to 5 centimeter, and not AB, here it should be BC, and height equal to AB is equal to H is equal to 12 centimeter. So now when we have radius, when we have height, it is very easy to get its volume. So now volume of solid so formed, now volume, okay, as there are two different cones, so we are saying this is volume 1, V1 is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. Therefore V1 is equal to 1 by 3 pi. Now r is 5, so 5 square, and h is 12. So V1 is equal to this 3 4s are pi into 25 into 4. Therefore I can say V1 is equal to 100 pi centimeter cube. See, I'm keeping the answer in terms of this, as well as I'll find the final answer, 100 multiplied by 3.14. So I can say V1 is equal to 314 centimeter cube. Okay, we need this when we have to find ratio. Over there we can cancel pi easily, and if we have to find the exact value, then I can take 314. This is the volume in first case, when the uh, triangle is revolved along its side AB. Now when triangle is revolved, okay, now when triangle ABC is revolved around or about, actually revolved about the side BC, that is equal to 5 centimeter. See, something like this. Now this time this is revolved along the side BC. Okay, that means this BC remains over here, Okay, this is the side BC. So this point A will come down. So in this way, we'll get something a cone like this. Okay, so if you want to get it in a better way, take a little bit in this way. Get a cone in this way. Okay, so about the side BC, then okay, then we get a cone. We get a cone with radius radius is equal to c. This will become the radius this time. So over there BC was the radius. Over here this AB become the radius. Okay, so with radius AB is equal to R is equal to AB is uh, AB is 12 centimeter. AB is 12 centimeter, and height this time becomes BC is equal to BC is equal to H is equal to 5 centimeter. So these will be the radius and height. So now V2, now we'll find V2, that is 1 by 3 pi R square H. Okay, so note it down up to this point, then we'll see how to solve it further. Okay, so let us see how to solve it further. Now we'll find V2, and ultimately finally we have to find V1 is to V2. So okay, therefore V2 is equal to 1 by 3 okay pi R square. So here R is 12, so 12 square into H is 5. Therefore V2 is equal to 1 by 3 pi 144 multiplied by 5. Or if I write this 12 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 5, 3 4s are 12. So V2 is equal to 480, sorry, 240 pi. 5 4s are 20, 20 into 12, so 240 pi. Okay, that is the volume of the cone 2, or that means volume of the cone when the triangle is revolved around the side 5 centimeter. After this, now why actually I have to find, see, find also the ratio of the volumes of two solid substances. So now V1 upon V2 is equal to 100 pi upon 240 pi. So pi and pi I can cancel, 0 0 I can cancel. So here I can say therefore V1 is to V2 is equal to uh, 5 upon 12. 5 is to 12. Okay, so this is the final answer. 5 is to 12. So please note down this, and then we'll see the Next question. Okay, now next question we'll see from same page, question number, example number 20. The semicircular sheet of diameter, the semicircular circular sheet of diameter 28 centimeter of diameter of 28 centimeter is bent to form is bent is bent to form an open is bent to form an open conical cup. Open conical cup. Find the capacity of the cup. Find the capacity of the cup. Okay, so there is a semicircular sheet of diameter 28 centimeter. Now it is bent to form an open conical cup. We have to find the capacity of cup. Now to find the capacity of cup, that is conical cup, we need its radius and height. So this is a semicircular sheet. Now, according to question, when semicircular sheet whose diameter is 28 centimeter is bent, so this is bent in this way. It's bent in this way so that you will get a conical cup. Okay, you can see you will get a conical cup in this way. Now when we are bending the semicircular sheet in this way, its radius, you can see this radius becomes the slant height of the cone. Okay, and the circumference, this, that is pi r, becomes the circumference of the base of the cone. Okay, so that you have to understand. So let us see its solution. Okay, when a semicircular when a semicircular sheet is bent to form to form a to form an open conical cup to form an open conical cup, then radius of semicircular sheet becomes the slant height of the cone, becomes the slant height of the cone, and circumference of and circumference or I can say circular arc and length of semicircular arc of the sheet becomes the circumference becomes the circumference of the cone. Therefore, I can say L, it is slant height. Therefore, slant height, that is L, is equal to 28 by 2, that is 14 centimeter, and 2 pi r is equal to, okay, uh, see, for the semicircular sheet, if I consider r is capital R, okay, so here better to write that thing. Now suppose, okay, now suppose slant height, now suppose capital R is equal to 28 centimeter, or now suppose radius of circular sheet is capital R, and radius of cone is small r, and slant height of cone is L. Therefore, I can say L is equal to R by 2, that is 28 by 2, 14 centimeter, and 2 pi R is equal to pi R. Pi and pi cancel, so 2R is equal to 28, that is R is equal to 14. Okay, so after getting R and L, now it is possible to find the height, and then we can find the volume. Okay, here capital R is actually 14, so this will become 7. Okay, capital R slant height becomes the radius. Slant height is equal to radius, so it is 28 by 2 simply. Okay, so slant height is 14 centimeter, that is half of the diameter, that is radius. Radius is 14 and small r is 7. So now we'll find the height. Now L square is equal to h square plus r square. Therefore 14 square is equal to h square plus 7 square. Therefore h square is equal to 196 minus 49. So here I will get the value of h. (147) root 147. Now if I find the factors of 147, it is 7 into 7 into 3. Therefore h is equal to 7 into 7 into 3. So ultimately h is equal to 7 root 3. So if I take root 3 is equal to 1.73, so h is equal to 12.11 centimeter. This is the height of the cone so formed. Now finally we will find the volume. Now volume is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay, r is 7. So note it down up to this point, then I will give you the remaining solution of this question. Okay, so therefore v is equal to 1 by 3, 22 upon 7. R is 12, sorry, R is 7 multiplied by 7, and h is 12.12. If I take approximate value, it is 1.12. 12.12. So on simplification you will get the final answer. 7 and 7 we can cancel here. 4.04, that is 22 into 7 into 4.04. Therefore volume is equal to 154 into 4.04. So here you will get the final volume by multiplying these two. Multiply these two and get your final answer. Centimeter cube. This is the final answer. Note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so next question I'm going to take from page number 838, exercise 17.2, page 838, question number 6. Okay, question is, um, the volume of a cone is, okay, question is the volume of a cone is 18480 centimeter cube if the height of cone if the height of cone is 40 centimeter. If the height of cone is 40 centimeter, find the radius of its base. Find the radius of its base. Okay, so here volume is given, height is given, we have to find the radius. So let us see how to solve. uh, suppose suppose height and radius of the given cone are and r given cone are h and r respectively. Okay, thus we can say h is equal to 40 centimeter. Okay, h is equal to 40 centimeter. Height is given 40 centimeter. We have to find volume. Now volume is equal to, it is given 18480, but according to formula volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h, that is 18480. Now over here r we need to find, h is given, so let us put the values. 1 by 3, 22 upon 7, r square I keep it as it is, 40 is equal to 18480. So by simplifying this, I'll be able to get the value of r. So from here I can say r square is equal to 18480 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 whole divided by 22 into 40. Okay, 3 and 7 comes in the numerator, 22 into 40 comes in the denominator. This 0 and 0 I can cancel. Now here we can see this is divisible by 4, so 4 4s are 16. Now this is divisible by 11. Okay, so here I can say I have the square is equal to, therefore r square is equal to 42 into 3 into 7 divided by 2. Therefore r square is equal to, here 21 and this is again 21. So here I have r square is equal to 21 square, therefore r is equal to 21 centimeter. Okay, so this is my final answer. Please note it down, then we'll see the next question. question is from exercise 17.2. Exercise 17.2, 838, question number 7th. From a right circular cylinder, from a right circular cylinder, from a right circular cylinder with height 10 centimeter, with height 10 centimeter and radius of base and radius of base 6 centimeter, a right circular cone, a right circular cone, a right circular cone of the same height and base, of the same height and base is removed, is removed. Find the volume, find the volume, find the volume of the remaining solid, of the remaining solid. Okay, so there is the right circular cylinder whose radius and height is given, as well as there is a cone with the same height and the radius. So it is something like this. Suppose this is the cylinder, okay, of given radius and height. Now from this a cone has been removed, so you have to find the volume of the remaining solid. Okay, so for cone and cylinder, what we have, radius is equal to 6 centimeter and height is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay, so now we have to find the volume of the remaining solid. So simply we can say, we subtract the volume of cone from the volume of cylinder, we'll get the volume of remaining solid. So now volume of the remaining solid is equal to volume of cylinder minus volume of cone. Now, volume of cylinder is pi r square h and volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Now we can do one thing, that we can keep the values of pi r and h, or we can take common, or simply if I take LCM here I will get 3. So 3 pi r square h minus pi r square h, that is 2 by 3 pi r square h. Now I have to put the values of r and h to get the volume of the remaining solid. So 2 by 3, pi is 22 by 7, radius is 6 and height is 10. So here I can take value of pi as 3.14. So this 3 2s are 6. So here I can say further required volume. Okay, required volume is equal to, so here this gives you 6.28, 3 into this, then this is 12 and here it is 10. So required volume is equal to, now 75.36 this. So ultimately final answer required volume is 753.6 centimeter cube. So please note it down. Then we will see the next question. Okay, now next question is from exercise 7.2, page 338, question number 11th. A piece of metal, a piece of metal of a solid cone, a piece of metal in the form of a cone, piece of metal in the form of a cone, in the form of a cone of radius 3 centimeter, of radius 3 centimeter and height 7 centimeter, and height 7 centimeter, is melted and recast, is melted and recast into a cube, into a cube. Find the side of the cube. Find the side of the cube or the edge of the cube. Find the side of the cube. Okay, so a piece of metal in the form of a cube, of a cone of radius 3 and height 7. We melted this and a cube is formed. So when we melt a one type of solid to form another type of solid, the thing which remains same is their volume. So here, suppose radius of cone is r and its height is h. Okay. Also, suppose side of cube is a. Now cone is melted and recast into a cube. Therefore, I can say volume of cube is equal to volume of cone. Now volume of cube is a cube and volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay, so we have to find a. So a cube is equal to 1 by 3 pi 22 upon 7. R is given 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 and height is 7. So this 3 and 3 I can cancel. This 7 and 7 we can cancel. So here I'll get a cube is equal to 22 into 3, that is 66 centimeter. Now we have to find the cube root of this, which is little bit uh, difficult to find manually. Cube root, see this is 66. If for a while this is 64, then definitely a will be 4. So we can get approximate value of a. Therefore either I do write a is equal to cube root of 66, or if I have to find approximate value, this should be near about 4 point something, 4.04 centimeter. Okay, but if either if you keep the answer this, that is also correct, because it is not possible to find the cube root of such number which is not a perfect cube. So this is the final answer. So please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, next we will see example number 6, page 840. Page number 840, example number 6. Okay, question is the volumes of two cones, the volumes of two cones are in the ratio 3:4, are in the ratio 3:4, and the radii of their bases and the radii of their bases are in the ratio 3:5, are in the ratio 3 is to 5. Then find the ratio of their heights. Find the ratio of their heights. Okay, ratio of volumes is given as well as ratio of radii is given. Okay, ratio of radii. So let us see how to solve this. Suppose volume, radius and heights, volumes, radii and heights of, suppose volumes, radii and heights of two cones are V1, V2, R1, R2 and H1, H2 respectively, are R1, R2 and H1, H2 respectively. Okay. Now it is given the volumes are in the ratio 3 is to 4 and the ratio of the base radii. Now R1 is to R2 is equal to 3 is to 5. Also V1 upon V2 is equal to 3 is to 4. That is given the ratio of the volume of the two cones is 3 is to 4. Therefore, now according to formula, volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h, that is pi r1 square h1 upon 1 upon 3 pi r2 square h2 is equal to 3 by 4. That is given. We have to find the ratio of height. That means we have to find h1 is to h2. So this 1 by 3 pi cancel. Here I have r1 square upon r2 square into h1 upon h2 is equal to 3 upon 4. This I can write r1 upon r2 whole square into h1 upon h2 is equal to 3 upon 4. Now r1 upon r2 is 3 upon 5. Okay, so 3 upon 5 whole square into h1 upon h2 is equal to 3 upon 4. Now here we'll get 9 upon 25 multiplied by h1 upon h2 is equal to 3 upon 4. What I need to find? Ratio of their heights. That means I have to find h1 upon h2. So I keep h1 upon h2 over here and I will take this 9 upon 25 on that side. So this will become 25 upon 9. So ultimately here I can say h1 upon h2 is equal to 3, 3 is 9, 25 upon 12, or I can say ratio of their height is 25 is to 12. So this is the final answer. Please note it down, then we will see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question from page 841, example number 8. Question is, if the slant height of a cone, if the slant height of a cone is increased by 20%, is increased by 20% and the radius remains same, and the radius remains same, then find the percentage change in its curved surface area, in its curved surface area. Okay, so here given that slant height has been increased by 20%. Okay, and we have to find that by how much its uh, curved surface area will change, whether it will decrease or increase. However, we can see one thing has been increased, radius remains same, so but obvious it must be increased. But by what percent, that we have to find. So suppose slant height and radius of the cone are L and R. Now CSA is equal to pi R L. Okay, now the slant height has been increased by 20%. So now new slant height is equal to L plus 20% of L. That is L plus 20 L upon 100. That is L plus L upon 5. That is 5L plus L, 6L upon 5. That is the new slant height. Now radius is same. Now we'll find the new CSA. Now new CSA is equal to, see, curved surface area is pi into radius into slant height. So pi, radius remains same, and slant height is 6L upon 5. Therefore new CSA is equal to pi RL into 6 upon 5. Now we'll find percentage change. Now percentage change is equal to final minus initial upon initial multiplied by 100. So this is the final, that means new. That is pi RL into 6 upon 5 minus pi RL divided by pi RL multiplied by 100. So from numerator, if I take pi RL common, here I will get 6 upon 5 minus 1 upon pi RL multiplied by 100. Pi RL cancel. So just by solving this, I will get my final answer. So note it down up to this point, then we will see the remaining part of the solution. So let us see over here the final answer. Therefore, percentage change is equal to 6 minus 5 upon 5 into 100, that is 1 upon 5 into 100, that is 20. So there is 20% increment. This positive sign shows there is an increment of the surface area, curved surface area by 20%. So please note it down. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Now in next lecture we will start new chapter, that is surface area and volume of sphere. Till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.